victories, and I know you probably asked the Steelers, didn't it? But with the kind of rough stretch the defense has had, how nice is it to hold that defense to one touchdown and be so stingy in the red zone?
I think it was just nice to kind of get back to how we're used to playing football. Yeah, like you said, obviously no moral victories in that regard. So, I mean, even after the game, even knowing we played better, it's still hurt. It still sucked. And there's still so much that we need to do to improve on to help us win football games. But it's obviously there, and, you can't have any setbacks with that.
You've gone through the hurt a lot over the course of your career. Does it get any easier? Do you get any more callous?
Yeah. No, it doesn't get any easier.
Does it get harder?
Well, it doesn't get easier. I know that. I know that.
As it gets harder?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can, I guess, say that. It definitely doesn't get easier. Yeah.
As you're trying to get this back on track, how important is it to win a game at home, get over that hump?
Yeah, I mean, it's super important. I say it every week, it feels like, and it's frustrating, to get up here and to say it every week. But, yeah, it's important. And not just saying that to say it. It's especially when you have a few losses and you just got to get back in the win column. And the next one's the most important one, which is Sunday against Green Bay, So, man, it's at home. And, man, I know it's been tough, but really want to give the fans a home win, and looking forward to doing that on Sunday.
Well, speaking of that, Packers don't come here very often, but their crowd travels well. Are you guys, I guess, ready for the idea of there's going to be a lot of drinking going on in the stands?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Our fans travel well, and it is a home game, so I think it'll be great.
What do you see when you watch Jordan Love in his first real run at this as a starter? What do you see?
Yeah, I'm seeing a quarterback that's starting to come into his own, and man, he's really talented. He makes all the throws, short, long, intermediate. I mean, he takes what the defense gives him. At times he does really well with his checkdowns. Does a great job of reading the defense and then taking calculated shots when he needs to. Really poised. So, we got our work cut out for us. I think he's doing a really good job. They run the ball really well, with Aaron and AJ Dillon. And so, we got to do a good job stopping the run and eliminating, their explosives. They do a really good job at that.
The nickel in this defense. What has been your impression of the way Jaquan stepped in on Thursday, 3 tackles loss? What's just been your impression of his growth now last year down to 20 minutes?
J-Mac has done a great job. I think I talked about it. I can't remember at what point, but talked about it before. I think our depth in our room is something to be encouraged about. I think we got a lot of guys that work hard, that study hard, and then when they get the opportunity, they play hard. And I think it's just a testament to our room, a little bit of the culture, the standard that we kind of holding ourselves to. And obviously this year to start, hasn't been near what we expected or wanted or demand out of us, but yeah, I think we're seeing steps in the right direction, and we just need to make sure that we're holding ourselves to that standard. And J-Mac is, the epitome of that. So I'm really happy and proud of him, and keep this thing rolling with him.
You've been dinged this year. Do you feel like you've found a good rhythm to your game first?
Yeah, everyone's dinged, when they go out and play. My personal opinion is if you have that jersey on Sunday and you're playing, there's no excuses. I don't want anyone on TV to be like, oh man, he's dealing with this. It's a good job he's playing. I don't get graded in my room after a game saying, hey, you graded out at an 80, but you were dinged up, so we gave you an 87. You know what I mean? Yeah, that doesn't happen. So you're playing on Sunday, and I feel good enough to play.
What's been the key to the red zone defense when the teams are 1 for 10 in the last 2 games?
Yeah, it's communication. When we do it right and we line up right and we're seeing things the right way, we're pretty tough to beat. and especially in the red zone. You know, we do such a good job of our coaches do a great job of game planning. We do a good job of communicating in the back end with our linebackers, getting us lined up and matched up the right way that we want to, and then ultimately as well our rush. You know, rush and coverage work together, and so you know, when they execute up front and everything's done right, that's the result. And like I said, that's been the standard. At least since I've been here and played defense, and I know that hasn't been the case the first couple of weeks, but obviously, you know, the last two, it's been a little bit better, and we need to keep that trending in the right direction.
Last question, Larry. I know you talk about a week-to-week league and you put losses behind you. Do these few extra days here on Thursday night, does that help you reset a little bit and kind of move on from sort of stuff that's happening?
Yeah, no, it definitely does. You know, especially when you have that extra time and, you know, whatever it is, recovery, film, self-scouting, you know, what went right, what went wrong. You have all those things kind of going, and I think it can kind of help you like refocus, reset. I know it's not a great start, but I mean, there's still so many opportunities in front of us to be able to turn this thing around and to get that thing going. And so that's the encouraging part about it. And like you said, you got to be able to just put them behind you. I mean, you have to. You can't let things linger and drag on. You can learn from them, but you can't linger about it. So definitely a blessing, you know, having those extra days, and looking forward to turning this thing around.
Justin, one more. Friday night you had your big charity event, and after a tough loss, it was a tough start to the season. A bunch of teammates, you raised, I guess, $100,000 or close to it. How good did that make you feel? Did you get that kind of turnout from the teammates, from the community, you know, with where things are?
Yeah, my man, I have some of the best teammates, man, in the world. The guys, you know, we played Thursday, tough loss, and then I had the gala on Friday, and I think about like 14 or 15 guys showed up. And, you know, that meant a lot, man. And in terms of the people that showed up and that gave, that means more to me because it's so much more than football. And I have to remind myself of that. I get so caught up in this, and of course it's what I do. It's what I'm getting paid to do. And I understand all that, but just shame on me if I'm only doing what I want to do in terms of football and I'm not able to give back. And there's nothing that I did on Friday night that was special. We just hosted an event in terms of our foundation, my wife and I, and we had so many people come and give and support local organizations and ultimately their community. And so that was what was really cool to see for me, that even with the season going, how it's going so far, and off a tough divisional loss, people are still coming out and supporting their community, and that meant the world to me to see and to be a part of. So once again, thank you to everyone that came. Thank you.